The 2026 T20 World Cup. It's just around the corner. And yeah, everyone's going to be watching the usual suspects, the big guns. But real history, that's not always written by the winners. It's written in the shadows. We're talking about the giant killers.
Seriously? Think about it for a second. What's the thing that really makes a World Cup unforgettable? Is it just seeing the favorite lift a trophy like we all expected? Or is it something else? Something that makes you leap off your couch, something you're still talking about years later.
Yeah, exactly. It's that shock. That moment a powerhouse gets humbled. The day the script gets completely torn to shreds. And that right there is what we're going to break down today. The teams that are lining up to deliver that shock in 2026. Okay, so you gotta ask, why is T20 cricket the perfect stage for these epic upsets? Well, it's because the whole game is basically a pressure cooker. It's just a series of incredibly high-stakes moments where the entire match can flip on its head in the space of a single over.
It all comes down to winning those key phases. A team can just go nuts in the power play, completely strangle the other guys with spin in the middle overs, or pull off an insane heist in the last few balls. In a 20-over game, you don't have to be better for 5 whole days. Nope. You just have to be brilliant for a handful of crucial moments.
And our first contender, will they embody this perfectly? Team USA. Look, after that absolutely stunning win against Pakistan back in 2024, nobody's taking these guys lightly anymore. The secret's out. The old story about them was pretty simple, right? Oh, they're just a team of expats, a collection of players from other countries. But let me tell you, that perception is getting old fast. They are building a powerful new identity right before our eyes. And look at their arsenal. They've got specialists for every single phase of the game. You've got Saurabh Netravalkar, who is just phenomenal at the death. You've got the firepower of Shayan Jahangir and Andrews Gauss. You've got the smart, tactical captaincy of Manank Patel. And then there's Harmeet Singh, giving them that crucial balance with both bat and ball. This is no accident, people. This is a properly built team.
So the big question is, how could they do it again? Well, just picture this scenario for a second. A tricky, slow pitch in Colombo. The USA's disciplined bowling attack manages to hold that powerful, but let's be honest, sometimes fragile, Pakistan batting lineup to a score under 150. All of a sudden, the game isn't about brute force. It becomes a smart, calculated chase. And that is a very real possibility.
All right, next up, we have a team with a long, rich history of punching way above their weight class, Ireland. I mean, these guys have been giant killers for decades, and believe me, they're only getting stronger. For so many years, the thinking was, if the legend Paul Stirling doesn't get runs, Ireland folds. And look, he has been the heart and soul of that team, no doubt. But now, a whole new generation is stepping up ready to share that load. I'm talking about guys like Harry Tector and Logan Tucker, who are just pure class in that middle order. You've got Mark Adair, a guy who can smash a 100-meter six 1 minute and then come on to bowl crucial overs the next. And Josh Little, his pace and swing can trouble the absolute best in the world. This team has some serious, serious depth. So what's their blueprint for a historic win? Let's go back to that Colombo idea. Imagine a tense, gritty, low-scoring thriller against the co-hosts, Sri Lanka. Ireland's pace attack, with Little and Adair leading the charge, holds Sri Lanka to a total they can work with. And then their deep batting lineup, full of cool heads like Tector and Tucker, just methodically grinds out the chase. That's the exact kind of gritty, tough win that Ireland is built for. And our third contender, they play an absolutely fearless brand of cricket. Let's talk about Scotland. Yeah, their reputation definitely precedes them. We all know they can score runs, and they can score them fast. But the big question has always been about their bowling. Do they really have the firepower, the teeth, to defend a total against the world's best power hitters? Because, man, their batting lineup is just explosive. You've got George Munsey at the top, who is one of the most creative and aggressive openers in the entire game. Then you've got Michael Jones and Brandon McMullen to provide some stability. And now they've added Tom Bruce, who brings all that top-level experience from New Zealand. This team is literally built to attack from the very first ball.
Okay, so here's where things get interesting. This is where their so-called weakness could actually become their biggest strength. Think about a team like the West Indies. They live for pace on the ball. Well, Scotland's army of crafty, clever, slower bowlers could be the perfect antidote.
If they can frustrate their rhythm, keep them down to a score like 140, 150, then you just unleash George Muncie to go hunt it down. It's a beautiful tactical mismatch. But it doesn't stop with those three. Not even close. The whole field is packed with potential party crashers. You have to understand, in a tournament like this, the threats are coming from everywhere. Just think about it. You've got Nepal, backed by arguably the most passionate fans on the planet, and they've got tricky spinners like Sandeep Limashani. Then there's Zimbabwe. On any given day, the genius of Sikandar Raza can win them a match, all by himself. And you absolutely cannot sleep on Namibia, with their tall, disciplined pace attack led by that fantastic left armer, Ruben Trumpelman. So what is it about 2026 specifically? What makes it such fertile ground for these massive upsets? Well, it all boils down to one huge change to the tournament itself. 20 teams. That's not just the bigger number, folks. It is a complete game changer. More teams means more matches, more variety, and way more chances for something totally unexpected to happen. And the ripple effect from that is just massive. Suddenly, the group stages feel more like a series of do-or-die knockout games. You're going to have teams facing opponents they've barely ever played, which throws all the careful planning out the window. The format itself is designed to create unpredictability. It creates chaos. And really, this is the main takeaway here. The so-called smaller nations are more professional than they have ever been. The T20 format is the great equalizer in cricket, and this expanded tournament just kicks the door wide open for them. The Giants, well, they're officially on notice. So there you have it. We've laid out the contenders, their weapons, and the blueprints for how they could do it. So now the question goes to you. Which of these teams is going to be the one to shock the world? Or hey, is there another team we should be keeping an eye on? Drop your thoughts below, because trust me on this, the shocks are coming.